I want to send a special thank you to all my new subscribers. If you have not subscribed, make sure you do so and hit that bell so that way you receive notifications when I upload videos. So I know you guys are waking up to the overnight news that R. Kelly was arrested Thursday night on federal sex crime charges from the Northern District of Illinois. So they released a 13-count indictment, which involved child pornography, obstruction of justice, enticement of a minor. He was already looking at a possible 30-year sentence from when the state brought those 11 charges of other sex crimes last month, which he pled not guilty to. Now they're saying that there's a possible second federal indictment coming out of Brooklyn, New York, from the Eastern District and the Southern District that should be released on Friday. And that may include some possible RICO charges. Now, they even say that they're probably going to have included in those charges from New York sex trafficking, and that's huge. If they release a RICO charge, he's basically done. He's done. RICO charges, I've not seen anybody get out of any RICO charges. It's hard to beat RICO charges. It's even hard to beat a federal indictment. So it's going to be interesting what they have in New York, because they're trying to tie him to something that he did or some type of involvement he was in from New York. News came out late last night that R. Kelly was arrested by Homeland Security and the Chicago police while he was walking his dog Thursday night. Now, if they do bring charges in the New York case, he'll be arraigned in Illinois and then he'll be taken to New York to face a judge in that case. So with all of these indictments coming down, I'm wondering, will there be any indictments on his current or previous members of his team, to include rkelly? Now, I'm not really surprised, because over the years, R. Kelly dropped clues in his songs about things that he was, doing years ago. But the bottom line is, if any of this stuff is true, if he did hurt kids, he needs to be held accountable. He needs to be tried for those crimes. Now, I know that some countries have lowered the age of consent, but we in the United States cannot normalize pedophilia. If this is true, I told you guys before in my last video where I talked about sex crimes happening in Chicago, sex trafficking, all that stuff. If you haven't watched my previous video, go back and watch that video. There's a lot of information that I put in there. But like I always say, karma comes full circle. And that goes for anybody who helped him conceal any crimes, if this information is true. Your time is coming. So don't be surprised if they start handing out more indictments on members of his team. I'm not saying that there are people that had anything to do with any of the crimes that he may have possibly committed, but I'm saying that I know that there's people behind the scenes that knew way more than what they're saying, in my opinion. Now, you guys comment below, tell me what your thoughts are. Do you think that he's guilty, or do you think that he is innocent? Do you think that the state or these federal charges is just a way to lock him up and he's innocent? What are your thoughts? Do you think that his lawyers will beat the case? I mean, a federal indictment, that's huge. And if they do bring those RICO charges, I'm sorry to say, I think it's done. I think it's a done deal. I mean, they've waited decades for this, and it looks like they're finally catching up to him. So again, you guys comment below, tell me what your thoughts are. Is he guilty or is he innocent? Do you think he's going to beat these charges? And I will see you guys in the next video.